Welcome. How are you all? Please don't post your questions yet. I'm not ready. I haven't created the list yet. So please do not post your questions because it'll get lost in chat until I'm ready. So welcome everybody. Don't forget, everybody that's arrived in chat will automatically be added, but please do not type your questions in until I am ready. Otherwise they'll get lost. Okay, so let's create the list that I have here. Okay, so the free list, we're going to start with Egyptian famous. Egyptian. Now, but I don't want a reading. So let me see who's next on the list. Okay, I'll have to go back into YouTube because it doesn't show up here. So, firstly, I've got, okay, Eliza. Okay, so we're starting with Eliza first. Right, Egyptian. Then I've got Eliza. And Alexandra. Okay. Oops. Alexandra. Then I've got Rhonda. Okay, so the first three people for their questions will be Egyptian famous, Eliza and Rhonda for your first three questions. Okay, and then I will do Alexandra. Info. Old Soul. Eldonna. And Katrina. Okay, so after Katrina. Okay, so the first three people, okay, in the list. Okay, Egyptian, Eliza, and Rhonda. Alexandra, Info, Old Soul, Eldonna, and Katrina, you will be next on the list. Okay, so just take a minute. So I want Egyptian's question, Eliza, and Rhonda to start with. And then I'll do Alexandra, Info, Old Soul, and then I'll do Eldonna, Katrina, and then we will continue with the list. Okay, so just give us a minute, take a nice deep breath, and I want you to think really carefully before you post your question. Do not post a question that answers yes and no. Think of a question that starts with, how can I improve my journey? What do I need to know in regards to this situation? Why does this happen in my life? Why do I react this way? What can I do to have the confidence to move forward? What is hidden in this journey right now? Before you post your question, think very carefully, not a yes and no question. You've only got 2 cards, so you want to make sure that your question is going to give you the best answer for you to be able to move forward. So think about being empowered. How, what, and why type questions. Working with tarot, they are the best type of questions. Not yes and no. Yes and no gives you nothing. Gives you nothing to be able to move forward, to have the confidence, to be empowered on your journey. To be empowered, to be able to move forward on your journey, it is important to ask the right questions of the tarot. So before you post your question, think about how, what, and why. What is coming up for me right now? What do I need to know? One question. Okay. If you want to ask any more, if you want to get a bit more information, then you'll see the pinned link, of course, or the links down below, and it's going to give you a lot more information to your reading. Okay, so you want to think about what do you need to do to be able to move forward on your journey. Okay, Eliza first. Right, I know Egyptian's flipping in and out with work. Egyptian comes in and out with work, so I know that she'll just get her question answered when she comes back in. So, Eliza. So what you want to do is, so what we've got first. Okay, so how does F feel? So what's happening with F in regards to your connection, rekindling? So you're talking about you want to reconnect, you want to reconcile. So what do you need to know in regards to reconciling your relationship? Not just about how F feels, but what do you need to know in regards to this situation? Because you really want to get the best out of it. What do you need to know? Yes, in regards to rekindling. Because just because you might rekindle your connection, it may or may not be the best thing for you. And the first card that flipped out was actually the Tower card. So it tells me that in regards to connecting with your with F, it gives you a bit of a tower moment. It gives you a sense of things not being quite the way you want them to be. It's going to give you a sense of understanding for sure. Things might sort of rock your world a little bit. It might be a little bit shaky, a little bit wobbly, maybe a bit disappointing, maybe be not quite what you want in regards to reconnecting your relationship. So what do you need to do to be able to move forward on this? It feels like it's not going to be the right thing. So it's about looking at your own potential here. Feels like when you reconnect with F, you've got to think about why do you want to reconnect? What happened in the past? I think it's very much about looking at the past and what happened in the past. I think it's very important for you to look at the past and why things maybe you didn't rekindle your, why you lost that connection, if you like. You need to sort of look at what you lost. And then you need to look at your own potential. What's capable? What have you got in your hand? That's super important, Eliza. This is really about shaking things up. Maybe things are not being quite the way you want them to. So you're going to feel like, yeah, but why did you break up? Why do you feel like you don't have that connection now? You got to think about why you broke. Yeah. Doesn't feel like things are going to be quite the way you want them to be. Well, that's why your life was shaken. That's why it was definitely shaken up. He got afraid. He got afraid. Okay, so that's why, and do you feel like he can, is that does he want to? Yeah. I don't think things are going to go quite the way you want them to. I feel like that's always going to be in the background. So you need to look at the potential of, yeah. I think there's some things that you need to work through. I don't feel, I feel like he's got some stuff that he's dealing with. Yeah. Yeah, but it's whether he's got over it. So it's whether he sees the potential. Just be careful that you don't. I think there's some work to do. Just be aware of building the be able to stand on solid ground. I think when it comes to the potential doesn't necessarily mean, the potential is what could happen. I feel like he sees the potential of what could happen. Oh. interesting card that flipped out was the stress and worry. When you ask, does he see it? I get a lot of stress and worry coming in. So I think he's worried about stuff. He's worried about what could happen. That's what the potential is. Doesn't necessarily mean that the potential is positive. It can be about the potential being that it's going to be a bit of a worry, bit of a stress. Don't know why that just flipped out when I was shuffling the cards and I asked the question about does he see it? So I feel like he's still worrying about stuff. So that's why I just want you to be aware. Hi, All About Maine. Yep, you can be added, no worries. Okay, so back to Rhonda. So after Katrina will be All About Maine. Okay, so I need a question from Alexandra and Info and Old Soul. Alexandra, Info and Old Soul. You're welcome, Eliza. Just take care. What is coming unexpectedly that you need to know? Let's do the Gilded Tarot Royale. What is coming up for Rhonda? Okay. What's coming up unexpectedly that I need to know? What's coming up? Okay, what's coming up unexpectedly for Rhonda? What is Rhonda need to know? Whoa. Okay. What have we got here? Five of Swords. Okay, Five of Swords talks about battles, conflicts, arguments, disappointment, things not quite, feels like you might not be on the same page as someone else. There could be a conflict, an argument in some way, Rhonda. And then the second card that popped out was Ace of Wands. But it will bring a sense of a breakthrough, a sense of an understanding with what goes on here in regards to this conflict, this argument, this disagreement in some way. It does allow you to see have an understanding of what needs to be done. It's going to allow you to have the sense of a new beginning, a sense of a new creative project in some way. So there may be some disagreements, there may be some challenges in regards to what comes up, but it means it gives you a sense of it gives you some clarity to the situation. It allows you to have a sense of an understanding, a breakthrough, being able to push forward to where you want to be. So just being in how do you choose to react to the situation that's going on here. It allows you to sort of take a step back, take a breath here, and allow yourself to have some clarity in the situation, a sense of having an understanding so that you can break through the challenges, the conflicts, or anything like that, Rhonda. So it's important to just know that there may be some sense of an argument or something. So take a step back. Don't let yourself get wound up in this argument. Don't let yourself get too fired up. That's really important here. So this is going to be super important to look at in regards to the situation. Okay, Rhonda? Welcome, Claire. Oh, LD, Dune, you've got your, thank you for the donation. That's muchly appreciated. So while we wait for Doon's question, Alexandra. Okay, why did John go? What's going on here? Let's just do this really quickly. Why did John? Let's use the Waterfall Tarot here. What's going on? Why did John go shoot? So he hasn't replied. Interesting, because we get the judgment here, and judgment tells me that he's sort of I sort of get a sense of awakening, but also resurrecting. It feels like he's awakened to some stuff that he needs to deal with. I feel like he's dealing with some stuff. It can be about justice too, can sense of legalities and things like that as well, in a way, like in reaction. Whew. Okay, I feel like he's dealing with a lot. When I got the Three of Swords, Three of Pentacles here, Judgment, I do get a feeling like he's dealing with a lot. I don't think it's about you. I think it's more about what's going on for him right now. He needs a lot of support and stuff going on here. So I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on for John. That's why I think he's going through a lot spiritually. He is needing a lot of support at this time. So I think you just got to give him space. Right, Doon. Whoops. And you've paid twice. So you want a general for June and then a general for February. Right, let's do. Sorry, I just have to get an oracle deck. It's hiding here. Here it is. So what's happening for January for LD? You're welcome, Alexandra. General for January for June. So I'll do the VIP status and then I'll get back to doing the free readings. General for January. Ooh, letting your true self shine through, letting your inner light shine through. Feel yourself being guided in the direction as you make some closure. Feels like some things are ending, so the new can arrive here. It's allowing you to shift into new cycles, new possibilities for January, which gives you the sense of taking care of your well-being, being more organized, being sorted. So for January, it's going to be really important for you to be able to sort of let your light shine from within. Let yourself be guided in the direction you need to go into. So that's really important here. Allowing yourself the things to be final so you can move into a new cycle here and take care of your own needs. Super important for January here. I feel like it's going to be a real shift. It's going to be a month of you feel like you're moving through new shifts here. As you radiate acceptance, like the Kariki Point Lighthouse, I strive to offer others safe passage. So your acceptance of others, accepting of yourself, accepting of others as you move through this new cycle, into a new cycle. You leave behind the old, moving into the new, allowing your true self to be guided in the direction that you need to go to make sure that you're more organized and taking care of yourself in many ways. So that's January. Seems really positive here as you're sort of moving into a new cycle, new possibilities here. So let's have a look at February. And then I've got B, Christiana, who also donated. So just need your question, B. Okay, general for February. Let's have a look. Whoa. Okay, February. It's definitely a move. Again, you've got movement. You've got the sense of moving on. February is about moving on, shifting your perception, maybe moving into smoother waters. As you take a moment to reflect, February is going to be a good month for you just to reflect on what needs to happen here, allowing you a sense of being able to reflect on what you truly want out of life. Me being clumsy. Better. Okay, reflecting what you truly want, celebrating life. I think it's a lot about celebrating and doing a lot of, again, I get a lot of thinking about stuff. So as you sort of move into smoother waters, there's a lot of reflecting, a lot of thinking about things, over analyzing stuff that's going on and allowing you that sense of celebrating life, celebrating what's important to you. So that's February. And for February, it's about submitting to my purpose. I submit to my purpose. I will use any opportunity to utilize my skills and passion to create a life of happiness. So for February, it's really about having that sense of purpose and the direction that you truly want to go in, by allowing yourself that movement forward into smoother waters, allowing you a moment of celebration, a moment to be able to pause and reflect in the direction that you actually want to go in, thinking about your goals and sort of analyzing what's actually happening for you. It's important to sort of, once you're sort of celebrating your achievements, you also need to think about what's next. Think about the opportunities that arise for you. Yeah. So celebrating life in general. Okay. Be right. Let's have a look. Sorry, I just need to put these away before I start these reading. And a rig, yes, you're added. Hi, Mary, yes, you're added. No worries at all. So you're just going to have to wait a mo, though. Okay, so do want, I don't know, where are you? Just looking for a certain, oh, that one. tiny ritual. Right. And I am going to go. I've got tiny rituals. Let's do. I'll do the romantic tarot, but I'm going to use tiny rituals. Oh, quite different and yeah. So let's have a look. General love reading. Oh, I think I might be a bit not that good. Okay, so let's have a look. What have we got? B. Okay, be careful about rushing into things. It's making sure you plan and strategize what you need to do in regards to love in many ways. Bring success though. With the Six of Wands is about success and victory, even with all the challenges. Having a sense of clarity about what you want, removing the confusion. It's about being very focused. So you can shift into new possibilities, new cycles here. So it's making sure that you plan, you strategize, you don't rush into things, take your time, allowing you to have the victory and success even when there's battles and, you know, you're able to overcome any challenges. You're going to sense of clarity by removing any confusion, making sure that you feel very clear-headed, clear-minded about the direction you're moving into, especially as you move into a new cycle, new possibilities for you. Okay. And what I get here is sharing is your choice. So how much you give of yourself is really about your choice. You can choose how much to give of yourself. You have free will in this situation in regards to how much you give, how much you share of yourself, how much you share your things, your life with someone else. It's very, very important to know that it's your choice and choose to do. You always have that free will. And I think that's quite important to remind ourselves that when we open ourselves to other people, it really is, we do have free will to how much we give of ourselves. Okay, we can choose how much to give of us, of who we are. Okay, that's something to sort of think about in regards to that there. So when you come in, please don't post your questions because they're going to get lost in the chat, because I am at the moment, let me have a look here. This is the list at the moment. So Katrina. So Eliza, Rhonda and Alexandra, I've done. I'm waiting for Egyptian again. Info, I'll do your reading now. Okay, let me just type in this next free list. Is, whoops. All about Maine. Clear. So after Katrina will be all about Maine, clear, intuitive, chosen one, a rig, and then Astrid, Okay. Okay, so that's the next free list. So, info, I'll do your question next, and Old Soul, and Eldonna. So that's the questions that I want now. Info, Old Soul, and Eldonna, because it's very hard for me to scroll back in these one and with this. So it's easy if you just type your questions in when I ask. So, info, it's yours. Info, can I have your question? Old Soul and Eldonna. Yep, thank you, Old Soul, for posting. Muchly appreciated. So, info, Old Soul, and Eldonna. And then after Eldonna, okay, Eldonna's got a general. Info, I'm just waiting for, and Old Soul is what does Eric. Okay, so, right. Thank you. So, remember, one clear question. And let's get down to it. So, let's use right away Smith. Okay, so you need to know what's coming. What's coming? So we do one question, one clear question. So what's coming in regards to Ellie's business? So what's happening to Ellie's business? Let's have a look. Okay, that was interesting. The first card we got out was King of Cups. So it's all about maybe not quite dipping your toe in fully, looking at maybe putting your emotions to one side is going to be quite important in regards to the business side of things. You know, don't let the emotions get the better of you. Make sure you put your emotions to one side. Don't sort of dive head first into things. Allow yourself the sense of moderation. Be careful how you blend things together. Having a sense of tranquility and serenity is going to be really important. Again, don't let the emotions get the better of you. Make sure that your emotions are moderated, that you're not letting your everything get the better of you. That's super important here. I think that's super important, that you don't let things get the better of you. You allow yourself the sense of being in moderation so that things can transform, things can do the changes that need to happen, that the sun can rise, that things can be better, that it's a new day to things. It gives you a path to follow. Is super important in regards to the business. Okay, with any issues, making sure that things don't let making sure the emotions are not getting the better in situation. Okay, so it's all about making sure that that the emotions are not getting the better of the situation. You're not diving deep into it. It's allowing things to be calm and relaxed. That's super important here. Okay, Old Soul and Eldonna. Let me have a look here. Okay, so I think that was right. Old Soul, then Adonna, and then Katrina. Can I have Katrina's question? Okay, what does, oh my God, hear the things. Please don't post your question when you come in the door, because it will just get lost in the chat. Okay, you can hear the, let me just open the door because it's starting to get a bit hot. So it's going to be a bit noisy. Right, the door open. I'm not freezing. Make sure I can breathe in here. Right, door open. Right. So, old soul. Let's have a look here. What does Aries, current feelings, thoughts towards you? There's a pause, it's a reflection. I think there's a lot of reflecting going on. There's a lot of thinking about things, not really sure about what lies ahead. I think they're trying to make plans and make ideas. They're trying to strategize before going into battle, so to speak, or going into the situation. So they're trying not to rush. I get a sense of they're trying not to rush things. I think they're just trying to take their time. They're thinking about things. They haven't really made a clear decision, old soul. Okay, there's just no clear decision. They're just stopping and they're pausing. They're taking a moment to relax and chill. I think there's a lot of pausing in the situation. Okay, so that's super important there. So they're just taking their time. They're not, you know, and this, they don't want to rush into things. They're thinking about not rushing into things like they normally do. They sort of want to just sort of slow down, take their time with the situation. So it's very much about being in the now, being in the moment is so important here. So I feel like Aries is just trying to be in the moment. Aries is trying to be in the now. Oh, thanks, SD. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. So Aldona, and then I've got Katrina, and then I'll start the next list. Okay. General for Aldona. Oh, I hate that noise. Not much I can do about it. It's so hot. Let's do the before tarot. Oh. Okay. That one came out. And that. Just make sure nothing else fell out. Right. Okay, so a general for you. It's very much looking at your skills and your abilities. What do you want to manifest? Looking beyond the surface. Looking at what you're afraid of and how you can sort of look at, acknowledge the stages that you're in at this time. Super, super important here to look at what's going on in regards to, I get a lot about just looking beyond the surface. Oh, I know what it is. Edge cutter. Mike's doing the edges. Sorry guys with the noise. Sorry about the noise. Okay, so Aldona, very important for you to look beyond the surface, look below and see what skills and abilities you have. Okay, really important. Sorry, I'm just waiting for this noise to die down. Okay. Look at your what are you afraid of? What is holding you back? I feel like something's holding you back from moving forward here. I'm getting a lot about holding back. Okay, so some things to think about there, Aldona. Right. Don't type your question in until I ask, otherwise I lose it. Right. Katrina. Okay, all about main and clear. All about main, clear, and then intuitive. Okay. What do you need to know? Let's have a look. Moving forward. Let's do... Sorry, I'm just looking for a deck here. Need to know about moving forward. I'm just looking for... Why can't I see what I'm looking for? I'm sure I took it out of the box. Oh, here I did. Right. What do you need to know about moving forward with the connection with Nathan and I? So remember to think about your questions. Yes, not yes or no questions, but questions that give you a little bit of information. Because remember, we've only got 2 cards. So what, how, and why questions. Not questions that start with will, or should, or is. What do you need to know about moving forward, about the connection between Nathan and you? So what do you need to know, Katrina? Let's have a look. First card we've got here is 6 of Cups. So it's about acknowledging any memories that are created. I think it's very important to acknowledge any memories that are created. Very much about memories. Allowing you to make the choices that are important to you as well. I think don't be in a rush to make the choices. Just take your time, take a moment to breathe. So you need to look at the memories that are created. Maybe look at your experiences of the past as well. Might be really important as you move forward with your connection with Nathan and I. There's a sense of acknowledging the past. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to bring it forward, but it's definitely about acknowledging the past can be really important, and give yourself a moment to sort of look at the choices that you have available to you, Katrina. Look at the choices that you actually have available to you. That's going to be super important here when you sort of move forward with your connection with Nathan. Okay, so it might be acknowledging the past can be really important, and it's going to allow you to look at the choices that you need to make so that you can move forward. I think you need to look at all your options, look at the possibilities of the different paths that you can travel in regards to this situation. I think it's don't rush your decisions, don't rush your choices, but just take your time. Okay, Katrina, done. So all about Maine. So we're up to the next list, and then I will create a 3rd list when I get a chance. So just give me a minute here. So this is the list that we're doing now. All about Maine, clear. Then I want intuitive question, and then I'll do a reg, and then Astrid, and then I will continue with the next list. Okay, the next list starts with Dana. Okay, so we've got next on the list will be Dana. Let me just type this in. Divine Feminine. Then it will be Arabia. Okay. So I'll do that next list as well. So, All About Maine, then Clear. Okay, what to look forward to this holiday weekend. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's have a look here. All About Maine. Let's look for holiday. Let's use. Might do the Meraki Tarot. Interesting. Right. Okay, so I don't want those. Just getting rid of those pages. Right. What is the best? What's to look forward to? What are you going to look forward to? Okay, the card that flipped out. 5 of Swords. Ooh. I just got the words winner though. I got the words winning. So there might be some challenges, okay, with the holiday weekend. There may be some challenges, but I think it's going to be feeling all right because I feel like it's going to allow you to finish some tasks. I feel like it's going to give you a sense of closure in the situation. So things might be challenging over the weekend, over the holiday weekend, but I do feel like it's going to bring you a sense of closure. All About Maine. Does feel like it's going to bring you a sense of closure, a sense of finishing something, which is super important to your journey. It's going to, I feel like it's going to allow you to sort of really move forward in the way you want. So yeah, that's what I want to say this. So it's very much about, I do feel like it's going to allow you to, feels like there's going to be definitely some challenges over the weekend, but it is going to bring a sense of closure. So you're going to feel like you've achieved something, which is super important, even with the challenges here. Okay, it's going to be okay overall. Okay, clear. And then intuitive, chosen one after that. Right, and then a Reg and then Astrid. So I need a Reg's question and then Astrid's question. Okay, what does Andrew plan to do next with our connection? Let's do the Tarot of the Divine. Oops, that's me being clumsy. Okay, let me do that again. Let me start again. Just need to sort of clear the, let's throw in a Buddha incense. You too, Katrina. You're welcome. Whew. Just like this incense. Right. What does Andrew plan to do with your connection? What's Andrew's plans? And what does Andrew plan to do? What have we got? Give me about nurturing emotions. Nurturing some sort of emotions. I do feel like we've got the 7 of Swords here, so I feel like something's being taken. Okay, so I feel like Andrew plans to take something. I get a sense of him wanting to take something. He's not giving, he's definitely taking something away from you. And that's why I keep getting this wound, this emotional, needing to nurture your emotions with the situation. So I just feel like something's being taken from you. I just feel like Andrew plans to take something. I think you need to be very careful. You need to be very aware. I think it's important that you stand in your own power. He plans to take something. And so I do feel like there might be some hurt. There might be some wounds that need to be nurtured, some emotional. You might need to take care of your emotions. There's something, yeah, it's feeling very, I think you just need to take care of yourself is what I'm getting here. I think you need to take care of yourself, Claire, in regards to Andrew. I feel like he's a bit of a taker. I don't see him giving. I see him more of a taker, someone who takes. So I think you need to be very careful. You need to be aware of your emotional needs. Do feel like you need to take care of yourself. Okay. Intuitive chosen one. And a Reg and then Astrid. What does Spirit want me to know? Okay. What do you need to know? What can you do? What can you do to create? Let's do the Seraphina Modern Tarot. Okay. What can they do? Ouch. Okay. What does Spirit want you to know? Okay, what are you holding on to in regards to the situation? How much power are you giving them? What are you holding on into regards to this issue? I think there's some things that you need to let go of in regard to this. I feel like you're holding on to this situation for some reason. It feels like you're holding on to it some way. So Spirit wants you to let it go. They want you to let it go. Forget about those people. Forget about them. How much power are you giving them? What are you giving them in this situation? Because while you're holding on to stuff, things are not moving forward. So you've really got to let it go. Let go of what's holding on so that you can have your wishes fulfilled. Feels like you're holding on to this issue with such a big problem that you're not doing anything. You're not taking any action to create the change that you want. You can choose how you react to this situation. So it's really important that you sort of let go of what they're doing, because it feels like you're holding on to this strongly. Intuitive chosen one. It's about letting it go so that you can have your wish fulfilled, so that you can move on. You can prepare to have a sense of wholeness within oneself. But you can only do that when you let go. Let go of what these other people are doing in their life. I think it's about letting it go. You know, there's some things in life you can and cannot control. And it feels like you're holding on to this issue really strongly. So Spirit's saying to you, let go, let it go. You're holding on too tight, let it go. You're stopping yourself from having your wishes fulfilled because you're holding on to this issue. The resolution is let it go. Let it go. Hi, welcome those that have come in. Please don't post your questions until I'm ready, because it's going to get lost in chat. I've still got a few to get through. Oh, and I'm going to wrap up from now. The list is now closed. So those that have come in will get their readings done, and then it will be finished up. But don't post your questions until I'm ready, because it's just going to get lost in chat. So I have got a Reg and Astrid. So a Reg, let's see if a Reg put their question. If I can get a Reg's question. Just add it to the free list. No question there. So I'll do Astrid. Okay, and then Dana, Divine Feminine, and Rabia. And then I'll do the next list after Rabia. You're welcome, Intuitive Chosen One. Okay, so let's do the, oops, Moon Baby. Moon Baby Tarot. Yep, I've got your question, Astrid. Now, you got to remember, when you're asking about how someone thinks about you, remember it is only their perception. Okay? And sometimes people are so busy in life that they're not really thinking about you at all. So it may be a situation where somebody's not really thinking about you. So just be prepared. That's all. You've got to remember that it's just their perception. May not be facts. Maybe it's more about what's the foundation of your relationship, what's your connection, you know, what do you need to know in regards to your connection, you know, what's going to allow you to move forward on your journey. Those sort of things can be really important here. So what are Jaden's true feelings and thoughts towards you? And here I got the words inner light. So there's an inner light to the situation, moderation, and a sense of tranquility and peace. So here they see you as someone with some inner light that you know, you've got a light that shines. You're in moderate, you know, you're not too excessive here, blending things together in life. Sorry, I'm just going to sneeze. I knew that was coming. Okay, so Jaden sees you as someone that's got an inner light that shines, sees you as someone that's tranquil, serene, you know, with some serenity. Okay. So they might see that you've got this inner light that shines from within, that you're tranquil, you're you know, you're calm, you're relaxed. You're not too excessive in your behavior. Okay. Divine Feminine, and then Intuitive Chosen One. Right? Right. Dana, Divine Feminine, and Rabia. Oh, okay. So here we go. So who have I missed? I feel like I've missed somebody here. Just get back to my free list. See where I'm up to. Oh, a reg. That's what I was waiting for. Okay, so a reg hasn't posted. Now, next list. Okay, Dana, Divine Feminine, and Radia. So, Dana. Okay, what's coming up? Do the Universal Celtic Tarot. You're welcome, Astrid. Right, what's coming up for you in love? What's coming up for you, Dana? Let's have a look. Whew, okay. These two cards popped out. Let's have a look. What have we got? Memories being created. Feels like there's memories. There's a new cycle. Feels like you're moving into new things, but it's about looking at, you know, you're moving into the unknown here. What's coming up for you is about memories being created, but it's all about the unknown. It feels very unsure about the direction you're moving in to. But you will create some memories. It's a lot about memories being created as you move ahead. You're moving into a new cycle, new stage of your life, a new stage of your life. But it is unknown. It's an unknown path. Okay, so it's about being in the moment. Just enjoy the moments. Just enjoy what comes up for you. Just allow things to happen. A surrender. Surrender to what's happening. Surrender to what's going on for you. Basically it. Tells you just to surrender to the moment. Divine Feminine. Hi, Ms. Rick. I'm really getting to the end now. I should really be wrapping up. So, but don't forget your questions. So I'm going to do from now on. This is it. Ends closed. So we're going to be ending soon. So I'm just going to wrap up everyone. Everyone that's in chat will get their reading. Okay. Rider Tarot. How does Scylla feel about you? Whoa. It fell back on my arm. So feels like they're feeling sorry for themselves about something. They're feeling sorry for themselves in regards to something. Feels like they're waiting for new opportunity to arise. They're feeling very I just feel very low energy. I feel like there's a very sorry for themselves. So feeling very they're not seeing the bigger picture. Feels like there's an ending to, they feel like things are final, that things are unable to move forward. I do feel things are quite final, like they feel things are quite final. They're unable to move forward. They don't see the bigger picture. They don't see that things could move forward. I think they're wrapped up in their own little world. I see Scylla as being someone who's wrapped up in their own little world. They're just not seeing the bigger picture. They're they're seeing things as being final, being ending, and not beginning. They're not seeing the bigger picture and the whole thing. So it feels like they're wrapped up in their own little world. So they're not really thinking about possibilities. They are wrapped up in their own little world at the moment. I'm sorry, the free list is closed, as I've been on for over an hour. So those that came in the first hour got the reading. So I'm just wrapping up those that came in. So I'm up to Rabia is next. So Rabia. And then I have, okay, the last list. Last list for me to wrap up is Black Widow, Girl, Wake Up, Black Widow, Girl, Wake Up, and Mizrak. Oops. Okay. So we've got Yolanda. Oh, and Yolanda. Okay. So the last list is Black Widow, Girl, Wake Up, Mizrak, and Yolanda. So Dana is next. So I'm going to do Dana, which I just, oh, sorry, I just did Dana, didn't I? Divine Feminine and Rabia. So I've done those. So Rabia was next, which I haven't got a question from. Next is Black Widow. Okay, so I'll do Black Widow next. So if you've been in chat for a while, Make sure you've typed your question in, please. Okay. Oh, yep. I just need a question. Just need a question, I just need a question, Black Widow Row. So just need, these are your, this is who's here. So I just need some questions. So I'm just trying to work out what. So if you've been in chat for a while, make sure you have typed in your question. Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Okay, so if you've been in chat for a while, make sure you have typed in your question, because I can't do a reading for you unless you've got your question and typed up. So I'm just waiting for Black Widows and Girl Wake Up, and then Mizrak and Yolanda. It's the last 4. And if you've been in chat for a while and haven't written up your question, can you please make sure you've typed it up, please? Okay, Black Widow. So what's this? Okay. Okay, there's actions that you need to take to get the money that you need. Right. So what action can you take in regards to your finances? Let's use the there it is, 4 Huxa Tarot. Okay, 4 Huxa. Let's have a look. Money. What action? Oh. The Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant is talking about your spirituality, but it also talks about things being learnt. What have you learnt from your experience? You know, what have you learnt from not having any money? What things do you need to do? What action do you need to take? It does talk about there will be some challenges, but it will be successful. It does feel like there are some challenges in regard to the money. So it's all about what have you learned from this experience? What action do you need to take in your faith? I think there was a lot of doubt. I think there was a lot of doubt in regards to, you know, why have you done 2 candle spells? I think that's the reason why, is because you did you had that doubt from your first one. So it's all about not having the faith. So it's all about having the faith, having the belief. I think there's a lot of doubt about your the spell working. I think a lot of it was the spell. You know, you didn't have that faith that the spell was going to work. You weren't grounded in that spell. Okay, so I think a lot of it is to do with your faith, your belief. You did 2. Why did you do 2 candle spells when you only needed to do 1? And I think because you did that second one, it brought in that doubt. So it's more about the belief, the faith in the spell work. So it does talk about a sense of there will be struggles and challenges, but you can be successful by taking action. You know, if you're looking at employment, what action can you take to make sure that you get employment? So it's all about getting your CV sorted, actually applying for jobs, you know, making sure that you've done your, I just feel like you'll have success, but you've got to believe. And I think there was a doubt crept in because you did 2 candle spells. So a lot of it is just your belief in what was going on. And if you're talking about employment, then it's also about having that belief in yourself by, you know, doing a CV. What action can you take to get your employment? You will be successful, but you got to believe. A lot of it's down to your belief in yourself. Belief in your own abilities, belief in your own experiences, your own knowledge. So a lot of it is your faith in yourself. You can be successful. With 6 of Fire is all about victories and success, but you've got to maintain that victory and success, that belief in self. So it's that you're focusing on the financial difficulty instead of looking at what you do have. What's your income and your outgoings? What do you need to, you know, what do you need to do to actually make sure that you've got some extra money? Look at your skills, look at your abilities, look at the lessons that you've learned from life. I think there's a lot of soul searching coming in here, because you can be successful, but you have to believe that you'll be successful. Know that you're successful. Believe in yourself is super important here. Believe in yourself. I'm going to use the Field Tarot next. Girl, wake up. Right. Girl, wake up, and Mizrak. So I don't know who's still here. So I haven't had Girl Wake Up's post, so I don't know what her question is. So I'll just do Mizrak. And if Yolanda is still here, I'll do that as well. So if you've been in chat for a while, please make sure that you typed in your question. And if I've missed you, I'm sorry. Okay. You've got 2 jobs. You're welcome, Black Widow. You're welcome, Black Widow. Right. Right, you've applied for 2 jobs and you want to know which one. So, job 1. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And job 2. Right, the first job you applied for. What have we got? Okay, the first job says about using your, you know, is it a job that you can use your skills and your abilities with? Is it a job that you might need to look below the surface to manifest what you truly want? It feels like you need to use your skills and your abilities with job 1. Job 2, again, we get that sense of manifesting. I feel like job 2's got a lot for you to learn and discover. There's a lot about learning and discovering. But I do get a sense of it just, you know, which job will hire you. I think it's very much about your skills and your abilities. It's very much about what you want to manifest in your journey, Mizrak. You know, what are you focused on? Feels very much about what are you focusing on. You do need to look deep within yourself and look at what you're manifesting. in your journey here, Mizrak. Look at what you're manifesting with your thoughts, your ideas, your plans, your sense of those within you. The second job, it's very much about what you want to manifest. So if that's your focus, you know, this making sure that you make sure that you're calm, you're relaxed when you do your interviews, you know, were you calm and relaxed? Were you able to answer the questions? That's super important here. So I feel like this is manifested. Your second job, if that's what you're focusing on, that's what's manifested. You know, it does talk about manifestation here. It does feel like it's a job that's going to give you a lot to learn, a lot to discover. Where with the first one here was all about the sense of you need to look below the surface. I think there's a lot of stuff that might not be too, you know, quite what you expect, but the second job is definitely something you can manifest. So I feel like the second job. Right, last one here. Okay, so if you haven't typed in your question, make sure you've typed in a question because I'm finishing up the last of them. So last reading, whoever types in the questions. So if you've been in chat for a while, make sure you type in your question. Because I'm finishing up now, so this is the last of them. So make sure you've typed in your question if you want a reading, because this is the last of it. This is the last of it. So if you've typed in a question, I will answer it. So what's going on with those around you? So what do you need to know? Well, I don't know if people are copying you, but are there others that are doing glow up? Oh, we got 10 of swords there. It feels like you're being pulled in different directions here. There's an ending to it. Making way for opportunities. You know, you're not going to be the only person doing it. It does feel like there is other people that are doing it, and it's not that they're copying you, they're creating their own programs. I think for you, you need to stand out. You know, for your future, you need to stand out. You need to do something that's a bit unique. You need to be bold, be confident. That's what's going to make a difference. Okay, does feel like there are people that are looking for the opportunities. They are looking for a sense of new beginning, a new idea, a new plan. It does feel like there are people looking for it. But it's important that you sort of make, you know, if you want to do it, then you need to get on with it. You need to be bold. You need to be dynamic. You need to be energetic. Be creative. Nurture that creativity. I think it's important that you nurture that creativity. If this is something that you want to do, then you've got to get on with it and not wait around. So it's feeling like people are looking for the opportunity. And if you don't get on with it, they're going to beat you to the punch. Basically, it's going to bring an ending to what you want. With Ten of Swords, it's very much about things ending, things looking for opportunities, you know, and they're thinking about what needs to be done. So I feel like there's a lot of thought going on, but no action. So with the Queen of Wands here is telling me that you need to, if you want to manifest it, then you need to get on with it. Stop talking about it. Stop thinking about it. It's time to get on with it. Time to take action with the Queen of Wands here. Because if it's not that people are copying, I'll definitely do it. Yeah, you have to take the opportunity. You have to be the, you know, yeah, you have to get on with it. If you want to do it, you need to get on with it. Instead of just talking about it, it's time to take action. So, yeah. So, if there's any other questions, this is it. This is the end of it here. Whew. Oh, there we are. That's what I was waiting for. Girl, wait. Thank you. Well, if you don't take it, you don't do it. You don't move forward with it. You miss out on a great opportunity, Mirror. If you don't do it, you miss out on a great opportunity. Right, what's coming for you in love? Let's do the Santa Muerte Tarot. Don't know why I'm doing that one, but anyway, Santa Muerte. What's coming up for you in love? Mirror, if you don't take action, you don't, yeah. So you got to do it. Otherwise you'll miss out. Any new love coming in for you? So what's happening with love? So you're talking about a new relationship. You're not just talking about love in general, but a new relationship. So what's next? What's next for you in regards to love? What's next for you? Oh, commitment. Talks about celebration, new beginnings, new love. So yes, new love coming for you. You know, you've got the Four of Wands here, which is talking about a commitment, an agreement, a contract, a sort of a coming together, a celebration of some sorts. And then you've got the Ace of Cups. Again, you've got that sense of new love, new beginning. So you're done with the old and in with the new. So yes, there is. So now you've got to decide what action you want to take. Okay, Dorothy, last one. Oh, you changed it from a general to... Or maybe it's about time for you to start making the plans if you're sick, Mirror. Okay, Dorothy. So last one, last reading. So what happens? Okay, what happens if you move into North View? If you move in North View. Okay, what happens? Question is, what happens if you move? Oops. let's do Victorian steampunk. Okay, what happens interesting here. So if you move to North View, what happens? It's about nurturing your well-being. Nurturing your well-being. Looking at the choices, the connections that you make. And then you've got the King, which is all about opportunities that arise. So if you move in North View, it allows you to sort of take care of your well-being. It does allow you to make the choices that you need, which is really important. I get a sense of creating connections. I think there's a sense of connections here, and it gives you that opportunity. It makes way for new opportunities. So I don't see it being too dangerous. I don't understand why it would be dangerous for your kids. I'm not seeing any danger whatsoever. I'm seeing a very positive energy for you to move in North View. So I don't see why it would be dangerous for your kids. I don't get that, Dorothy, but I am getting that it does offer you new connections, new possibilities, allowing you the sense of new opportunities in many ways as well. And it allows you to take care of your own well-being in many ways. It allows you to sort of nurture, take care of yourself, be more organized, be more sorted in life. So yeah, it definitely seems like a positive move. So I don't understand why that it would be dangerous for your kids, but it looks very positive energy. I don't know why, but it feels very positive. So that's it from me. So that's it. So mirror, I just keep getting that if you've been talking about it for so long that other people are going to get on the bandwagon and you're going to miss out on a really good opportunity. I feel like you've been talking about it for so long and taken no action towards it that somebody else is going to grab that opportunity. So I think it's really important that you, mirror, that you've got to do something to manifest what you need. There are some actions that you need to take, maybe some paperwork that needs to be filled out, maybe you need to write up a business plan in some way. So this is it. I've finished anyway. That's it from me. From those that were in chat, thank you very much. I've been on for over an hour and a half. It is time for me to relax, to chill out. I've finished with the readings. I need to get some lunch. I need to chill a bit and take care of myself. Otherwise, I will burn out. You can see all the lives are all being scheduled for next week and the week after. Don't forget you can pre-book your it with it as well. Don't forget. Yeah, but definitely time to relax. SZ, I've already put in all the scheduled dates for let me see if I can show you. Let me do this. Let me just see what I can let's go in here. Let's go into my channel. Let me just show you something. Live, right? Okay, so let me show you something. Let me show you quickly. If I can. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Wrong thing. Didn't mean to add to my stream. Need to be share screen. Microsoft. Okay, so you can see here with my lives all the scheduled videos for the lives. So you'll see the dates. Up until the 7th. So I've got the readings for next week. So you can see. All right, that's it from me. Okay, that's it from me. Take care, and I will see you okay. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, thanks everybody for being with me. Thanks for the support. Really appreciate you popping in. I really better start taking care of myself, otherwise I'll burn out, and had an early start this morning. So it is time to say cheerio.